quick story. A girl and a guy met and fall for each other. They both love music, so decide to work together. And they were pretty good at it. Now on the surface, everything looked perfect. But oh, the stress of the city. So they decided otherwise. They packed up and left for the countryside. And that's where we meet this family, raising their children, growing their own food and their business together, on a quest to find a new normal and a new sense of happiness. And if you're looking for the same thing, then join us and we can unpack this thing called life together. Where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I'm Shamel Olwago, my husband's Amondi Olwago, and together we are Nile Ochi. And this is Z-Quest. Hello and welcome again to another episode of Z-Quest, but this time it's Z-Quest exclusive. So this is for all of our Patreons.
Absolutely.
Or I like to call my Nilochian fellowship. But yeah, so hi to the fellowship. And thank you for tuning in, thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting. So today we will be speaking about mariage. Mariage.
Yes.
And we're
yes,
talking about its place in today's society. Is it still relevant? Do the, constraints that we have of today's society fit with the ideals of marriage? Is it out of touch? Thanks to Mental Floss, I went on their website and they had a good article about 9 marriage tips from ancient philosophers. And I thought, well, we're married.
Yeah.
Let's see if they hold any truth. Well, doesn't mean because we don't agree with them, they don't hold any truth, but we'll see where they were at. And then we'll discuss whether or not we like any of them. And then we'll discuss if other people could. And then we'll circle back to whether it's got a place or not.
All right, then.
All right.
So let's see.
All right.
So what do we have here?
We have, now, you'll excuse me for the names, as you already know, terribly dyslexic over here. So things might not sound the way they're supposed to. All right. So the first one is be considerate of your spouse's pet peeves. What do you think? Thoughts?
Well, if you want your marriage to last, I think you better.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
What do you lot say for pet peeve in France?
What do we have? What is the word?
Pet peeve is like, the things that get under my skin.
Yeah, they get under your skin.
No, but like, get under your skin. So like, if you have to be considerate of your spouse's pet peeves, that means you have to consider what gets under my skin.
Yeah, I understand that.
All right then.
What do we have?
Embêtant.
Ce qui te dérange.
Okay.
Yeah. They're probably a word, but right now I can't think of the words exactly.
All right.
Maybe later in the conversation.
You'll just come up with it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll blurt it out,
Exactly. When I can find the equivalent in English, so I'll probably say.
All right, go on then.
Yeah, I think you do. I think that still stand today. I think it's important that first what annoys your spouse.
Yeah.
And at least you have to be aware of it. Or if you're not, it would be nice if your spouse actually decide to be mindful enough to let you know what upset them, because sometimes you can find yourself in a situation where you don't know what upset your spouse, and you think, yeah, but what's she upset about that? Oh,
true.
What's going on? And then also, I think it's important to differentiate between what upsets you like in the day-to-day life and what I would do, I could do that can potentially upset you. There are two different things. So like, for example, you're someone that like privacy.
Yeah.
I do too, but I'm just saying in the sense that
I like it in an OCD way.
In an OCD way, exactly.
Yes, true.
And which means that I'm not doing anything to upset you per se, but
you are walking in the realms of my pet peeves. I know.
Right, exactly. So what I'm saying is that I think the two different things. Then I can do directly some things to upset you, which is different.
Yeah, that's different.
And I think there is the tolerance got to be different depending what it is.
Yeah.
But I do believe that yes, you do have to take it into consideration. You
Be
have to
considerate of it.
Yeah, you have to be considerate.
Like my what's my pet peeve? One of my hate for spiders. No,
That's a phobia. It's different. It's not exactly the same.
Yeah, I would love to love them, but I can't. My body won't allow me to. I have a physical reaction around them.
Well, exactly.
So you wouldn't exactly.
It's not. I don't.
It's not a pet peeve, is it? It's a phobia.
No.
But when I've asked
I tell you what. I think like if you start about the dishes. Let's say that you every time you use something, that's not what you do. But I'm just saying. I don't know. You get yourself a glass of water. Mm-hmm. It's very simple, right?
Yes.
Just drink it. Leave it on the side. Maybe for later, if you need to drink it again, you're going to use the same glass of water
or not, because I'm living my best life.
Exactly,
and that's your pet peeve. Okay, you're talking about your pet peeve. Okay.
No, it's not what I'm saying. I'm just an example.
How many glasses you got used in this house? God damn it!
No, but that that happens with the kids most of the time.
This is true.
Well, I'm saying how many glasses do you need a day? But I'm saying what I'm saying there's little things that can annoy you. And you just got to be mindful about it, and specifically if there are simple things, which is like, okay, just remember you got this glass of water here and we use it in it.
Yes.
I mean,
yes, we will.
But if you don't care, fine.
I'm gonna throw caution to the wind and use 4 glasses today. Where are you with that?
That I don't think it's a deal breaker. But at the same time,
I could be considerate and maybe it's not going to hurt my feelings to use 1 glass for the day.
No.
And 1 cup. Am I allowed a cup?
Of course you do.
Yeah, and use 1 cup. But I know what you say, because you say for the kids, you don't want them to just plow through everything.
No, they will. They will. They've done it before. But
1 milk, 1 orange juice, 3 waters.
But what I'm saying is that you still have to be mindful for the small things. And I think, you have to be considerate. Now, it's not a deal breaker, but if you accumulate those things, it can lead to something else.
True that.
And I mean, accumulate, I'm not saying 2, 3, 4, 5 things, but a series of habits and things you do directly to your spouse. Yeah. That can be a problem. Now, obviously, like we said, there's things that you can experience that are nothing to see like a phobia or some things like an OCD, and you still acknowledge that's my own personal problem. But still, it's nice when people around you still mind enough, or at least a minimum, to people close to you, so that you don't live in hell. Because the truth is, when you have a phobia or OCDs and stuff like that, sometimes you can live in absolute hell.
I know.
So
I know firsthand.
But what do you think? Like, do you think it's still something that...
I think it was a really good piece of advice. Who is this? This is... I can't say the name. Plutarch?
Plutarch. I don't know.
You'd say Plutarch.
Plutarch. I don't know what... I mean, he does seem to be a Greek person. I don't know.
It's possibly. Okay, like and it's from the collection of Moralia, and he put together some speeches and essays to give to his friends who were newlyweds as like a ode to their marriage, like a parting gift to say, what, this should help guide you through. It was like advice for the bride and groom. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good gift. Why aren't people giving out gifts like this anymore?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What did people give us? We'll circle back to that one. Yeah. But yes,
it's the thought that counts.
No, I'm talking about in terms of this type of gift. I'm saying a gift of knowledge. Yeah, a gift of advice.
I understand. I understand. That's actually it's really thoughtful.
It's really thoughtful.
Yeah.
He was a good friend, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what the whole book said.
Yeah. If after all he doesn't believe in marriage, he can say, you know what, you will never achieve
happiness.
You can't stick to those commitments.
Or like number 12, daily fellatio. Thou must swallow. It's like, oh God. Plutarch, what were you doing? What were you thinking? It's like
you went after asparagus.
oh my gosh. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that consideration for your spouse's pet peeve still holds well today? Because I do. I think that still is good advice today.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I think it's just, I mean, we like to put this in the context of marriage, but let's face it, even in friendship. I mean, if your friends takes the piss all the time.
Yeah, it's not about them taking a piss. It's about them knowing you enough to know what your pet peeves are and just stamping all over them.
With your pet peeves, I'm talking like if they find it amusing.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I'm serious here.
Yeah, when the pet peeves turn serious, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do that because I know you hate that.
Exactly.
Yeah, true that.
No,
yeah.
I must admit,
true.
and I'm guilty of it, that sometimes there's certain stuff that or you don't understand it, and sometimes in the human mind, when you don't understand some things, you have the tendency to ignore it or not, or under acknowledge it, so you or underestimate it. So that can happen as well.
It's like, oh, it's not me, so it's not that important. I mean, or how could you ever have a problem with that?
Exactly. So, you know, but I think it's definitely a great advice, and I believe in that.
But then at the end, hear him. He had great advice. Like this is why I said it turned left. Okay. He gives newlywed tips. According to him, some men, like animals, are annoyed or angered by the seemingly trivial things, such as glasses. No, I'm joking. Such as certain colours or sounds. Therefore, their wives should make the minor effort to not irritate their husbands.
That sounds like one-sided, isn't it?
It did sound one-sided. I'm trying to find out what he said about the groom. What was his... I don't think this daily fellatio thing was far off. I know we're out here joking, but I think it's probably in that book. Moralia. All right, then. We'll give it a read.
What is he saying here? Those who have to go near elephants do not put on bright clothes.
Yeah.
Nor do those who go near bulls put on red. Okay.
He's just basically saying don't poke the bear.
So he's actually comparing us as animals, right?
Well, I guess he thinks that. I'd say the man would be the animal then.
For the animals, I guess, are made especially furious by these colors. And tigers, they say, when surrounded by the noise
of a beating drum,
the beating drums, go completely mad and tear themselves to pieces.
So you mean to tell me in the Jungle Book?
Yeah, that's how they did that week.
All Mowgli needed was a drum. Mowgli.
Pot and pens. I'm telling you.
Mowgli. Oh.
3 pots and make some noises, and that was it. Yeah. Mowgli didn't know, did he?
I'm sure the monkey people knew.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
And they were about their life anyway. They were always having a party. I'm sure they had some drums in the back.
I didn't know that about tigers.
Neither did I.
So they're a weak species. Huh?
No, they're not. That's just that every species has their weakness.
No, just
You know.
Since then, this is also the case with men. That some cannot well endure the sight of scarlet and purple clothes.
Oh my gosh.
While others are annoyed by cymbals and drums.
Not being funny,
What terrible is it for women to refrain from such things, especially when they have to cook? No, that's not what I said. I mean, I'm just
so
saying.
aubergines are out then.
Yeah. Women, stop making noise in the kitchen. Too loud.
I think that he is talking about some men, because he did say some.
No,
but then if this is the case for some, and they're calling millennials, like yours truly, snowflakes, is this not snowflakish behaviour?
It is.
What do you mean? Colours and sounds.
Okay, hold on. Let's finish the sentence. And then he said, what? And not disquiet or irritate their husbands, but live with them in constant gentleness.
So constant gentleness.
Gentleness, sorry.
Ooh, I get it. So you basically pander to their every move. And thank you for listening. Now for full exclusive episodes, go on to nileochi.com and join our Patreon.